Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new video.
Hello!
So today has been quite a highly requested video actually.
It has, and we did this video. When did we do When did we do it?
About 5 years ago.
Wasn't
6
it
years
part
ago?
of like,
it was ages ago.
When we did that Disney Week chunk.
I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago.
No, maybe not that long.
No?
But anyway, we did it in the past, and so we thought we'd update it to reflect the now.
Yes.
So it's all to do with Disneyland Paris Annual Passes.
So we are filming this right now, but of course we just wanted to do a little disclaimer to say that things change constantly. So if you are watching this in the future, highly recommend checking out the terms and conditions, checking out the annual pass page, as well as this video, because things can always change.
What I'll do is I'll just insert, so if you go onto this page on the web browser and then go down, and then like the terms and conditions bit is really useful because it does break everything down.
Yeah, we'll go through a few in this video. But yeah, obviously we don't have the time to go through absolutely everything. Also, we're not complete experts.
Nope.
We have had 2 annual passes. This is our second annual pass.
Yes.
But yeah, we're not complete experts, but we can share what we know and what we've done.
We're always learning,
yeah.
and we're always getting tips from you as well, which is fantastic.
So this video is sponsored by Babbel, and if you've watched the channel before, you will know that we started using Babbel about a month ago.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. And so it's one of those things where I set like the amount to just like small little courses.
Yeah, like 5
But I ended
minutes.
up doing quite a lot in one go because I really enjoyed like how you interacted with it.
Yeah, so if you don't know what Babbel is, it is a language learning service, and we've been using it to learn French because of course we love going to Disneyland Paris, and we actually travelled to France quite a lot, so we thought it's the perfect language to learn.
It would just be nice to be able to use their language as well,
But you can learn a multitude of languages on there. They have so many that you can have a look at. So what makes Babbel different to other learning language platforms is that it is very human based, and they have real language teachers. Also, one of the things that I've been enjoying lately is their podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't realise they did this.
I heard you listening to that earlier.
Yeah, so they have a podcast. I think I'm like 3 episodes in. But where they have a native speaker, so they have like a native French speaker and then an English speaker, and they basically just chat. She teaches him a little bit, also a little bit about the culture as well, which I really like.
Yeah, I heard they were talking about different scenarios.
And I really love that because it does make it more human based and also something that you would use more in real life. So as well as the podcast, they have loads of different ways to learn. We have the app, which is great. You can set how long you would like the lesson for. So I just do 5-minute lessons.
Yeah.
3 times a week, 4 times a week, and that's perfect for me.
I love like the little different ways that you can learn within the little sessions that you do during the day. So like there's bits where it'll tell you the translation and then it'll move on to the next bit, and then you've got to like match the words, but then also you have to spell the words as well.
Spell the words, they do
so
like
really
flashcards.
And voice recognition as well, so it can test how you're pronouncing the words so that you get them right. I just think it's really clever.
It's really interactive, and it keeps your concentration as well, which I love.
Yeah.
But as well as the classes on the app, they also have live classes, which I've yet to do. I feel like once I'm a little bit more confident, I'd like to go to those live classes. And they have games and magazine articles. There is so much to do, so you'll never be bored. So we're going to review 4 phrases that we've recently learnt.
Yes.
So first up is nice to meet you, which is...
Enchanté.
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 Of course.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Yeah.
I still need a little bit of practice.
Next is pardon, like pardon me.
Pardon.
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 And then I'm sure a lot of you watching this will know this one. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
So if you'd like to check out Babbel for yourself, there will be a link in the description box and that will get you 50% off. So definitely take advantage of that. If you'd like to learn French like us, let us know. But there is a lot of other languages on there as well if you're looking to learn something else.
And once again, a huge thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video. Okay, so yes, we're going to start talking about the annual passes. And I say passes because there are a few different ones. There's four in total. And each has different things to consider. And this is where you sort of have to look at them and weigh up what you think is going to be best for you. So the 4 that you can get are, there's the Discovery, there's the Magic Flex, the Magic Plus, and the Infinity Pass. And what's good is if you go along to the Disneyland Paris website, Annual Pass website, like I mentioned earlier, where you get the terms and conditions, you also have a breakdown of all the different annual passes. So yeah, should we just quickly go through what's included with each of those?
Yeah, we'll quickly go through. So I'll start, probably the biggest difference is the, how do you say that word?
Validity
period. So that basically means how many days you can use the annual pass for.
Yeah.
And each different annual pass has restricted dates apart from one of them, which we'll explain in a minute. So definitely check the annual pass restricted dates, because if you want to travel and then you buy the annual pass and then you can't use it on the days that you want to, then there's no point having it.
There is if you click on that See Parks Availability, that'll bring up. That's another good point. That's about reserving your days in the park. So that's good to check. So that's a calendar it'll bring up. But then there's also View Validity Period, and that's also a calendar, and it'll tell you which are the blackout days.
So for the Discovery Pass, you can use that 150 days of the year. So there's a set 150 days that you can use the pass for, and that is it. You can't use it on any of the other days. Magic Flex, you can use that for 300 days per year. Magic Plus, you can use that for 350 days per year. So, we're getting closer and closer. And then for Infinity, you can use that 365 days a year. So the top one, there are no restrictions. You can go into the parks any day that they're open.
Now, there is something else that sort of like we don't know whether it is true or whether it isn't now, just because
changes.
It's been. Some people have said yes, some people have said no. I've had emails from Disneyland Paris where they've said yes before. So this is just something to maybe check. So we're not saying it is or it isn't, just to maybe double check with them, email them. They'll get back to you, I'm sure. And it's about whether if you stay on site and you stay in the hotel, whether you automatically can get entry to the park.
It's a really foggy area. There's nothing online that says otherwise. So that we can't really.
But I just wanted to bring it up because it's something that's mentioned quite a lot.
It is, but we can't guarantee that because there's nothing official anywhere.
So definitely check out the park availability and also the validity dates to make sure that you can actually get in for when you want to go, because the worst thing would be buying an annual pass, spending that money, and then you can't use it.
So next is access to guest parking, and the only annual pass that doesn't have access to the guest parking is the Discovery, and that will be available for €60. All the other annual passes, you get guest parking, which is great.
Such a great
Massive
benefit
perk.
Because, then also think about how many times you're going to go, and if you are parking in the car park, I can't remember actually how much the car park is. Is it €20 or something like that? But it will just...
That will add up.
So think about that when you're weighing up the annual passes. And then with the Infinity Pass, which is one we've got one of, you actually get infinity parking. So you go right the way to the front. There's a barrier, you put in a code, and then it's solely for people who have the Infinity Pass.
Yeah. That top pass has quite a lot of extra perks. So always look into that if it's something that you can afford, because it does have some quite nice extra perks.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Next is the shop discounts. So the Discovery has no discounts. The Magic Flex has 10% off. The Magic Plus has 10% off. And then the Infinity has 20% off. So again, a bigger discount.
So yeah, at the moment we have, so one of us decided to go for the Infinity Pass so that we could get the perks of the Infinity Pass without both having to spend the money on.
Near the end of the video, we'll go on to explain what passes we would recommend and also what we've done. So we'll go into a little bit more detail at the end, but yeah, that's what we've done. So next is Disney hotel discounts, and it looks like it's only the Discovery that you don't get the hotel discount for. All the other annual passes, you get a Disney hotel discount. You have to contact the Disney experts. So you have to call a number and then they check there and then what the discount would be. I do believe that the higher annual pass you have, the higher discount you do get.
Yes.
But it does differ. It changes all the time. It all depends what time you call up.
And it's not something that we can say we've had like vast experience on. Actually, we've called up a couple of times, but that was through the Magic Plus. We haven't called up yet through the Infinity Pass, so that is something we do need to check. I've heard about people though ringing up really far in advance and getting really good deals.
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider.
So the next one is that you get discounts off one-day tickets at the entrance of the parks. So I imagine this is if you're bringing someone along and they want to get a one-day ticket. So Discovery is the only one which doesn't have a discount on the one-day tickets. And then for the Magic Flex, you've got 20% off, Magic Plus 20% off, and then Infinity's 20% off as well.
That's quite a good plus to consider if you think you're going to be buying extra one-day tickets. And then the annual Photopass class. Now, this is such a good perk. We've really enjoyed using this at Disneyland Paris. They have magic shots now.
Yeah.
And it's a really, really good perk, especially if you're a couple, because
really
you don't get
grown,
photos together.
Yeah, we've got some good ones already, haven't we? From the small amount of time that we've had the Photopass.
So for the Discovery, you don't get anything. For the Magic Flex, you can buy the Photo Plus for €65. For the Magic Plus, you can buy it for €59. And then with the Infinity, it comes included.
Yes.
And that is a massive plus of the Infinity.
And then I remember when we went and we got photos with the Avengers, with like Thor and Black Widow and stuff, and then we got the photos sent, like you had to look at them on an app. And I remember the photos, if you were going to buy them individually, or even if you're going to buy them like for your whole trip or something, it was really expensive. So
we've definitely got our money's worth.
Something to look at,
from using the Photopass, the Photopass Plus.
That was one of the reasons I wanted the Infinity Pass, so we could get the photos.
So next, like the shops, you get a discount at the restaurants. So for the Discovery Pass, again, no discount. For the Magic Flex, you get 10%. For the Magic Plus, you get 10%. And then for the Infinity, you get 15%. So again, a higher percentage there.
Oh, actually, just something about the annual Photopass is where'd you get it from? So like once we had the Infinity Pass, what we had to do is we had to just go inside. We went inside the first shop. I'm guessing it's like the Emporium, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So we went inside there and just said to the person, behind the cast member behind the counter, and then we got given a card. Mm-hmm. So it's on a card.
Yeah. So next are privilege tickets. This is something we've never done, but it's a 1-day 2 parks and they have to be reserved in advance on the annual pass portal. So these if you're buying tickets for someone else, but then they get all the advantages of having an annual pass, I believe.
Oh.
We've never used it, but for the Discovery and the Magic Flex, no discount. And then for the Magic Plus, in low season, you can get it for €47, high season 66. And then for the Infinity, low season 42 and high season 61. That's not something that we've really used. But if it is something that interests you, then definitely check that out.
Yeah. And then the last one, this is a good one. That's the access to extra magic time, which is, it's an hour, isn't it now? Yeah, it's an hour. So before...
It does change a lot though.
What's that?
It does change. Like sometimes it's half an hour.
Yeah.
Like they change it, don't they?
I think, was it 8:30 till 9:30?
I think it might be half an hour.
No, it's an hour.
Is it an
it's
hour?
8:30 till 9:30, because I remember we had a reservation at 8:30
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was 8:15 when we arrived. There's two that don't get you access to extra magic time, so that's the Discovery and the Magic Flex, and then the Magic Plus and the Infinity, they both have extra magic time included.
That's a big plus.
It is, because you can get a lot done in that hour window.
And then it's not on here, but another massive plus of the Infinity is that you get special privileged seating. Well, not seating, but like a
There's
cornered
areas.
off area for the fireworks and the parade. So maybe it's not all the time, but when we went, it was running. So you could book on in advance.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. Somebody actually sent us a message.
It's not on here.
And then there's I can't remember this. Is it annual pass? There's like an annual pass login, and then you log in, and then it's got the two different shows, so the parade and the fireworks, and then you can book in for them.
So the fireworks, we were literally right at the front, in a really spacious area right at the front, and then we haven't used it for the parade.
But you will all need
Yes.
the Infinity Pass if you are gonna book it.
Yeah. So that is a massive plus of the Infinity. A huge plus.
Yes.
I think that's a really good perk. So now we're moving on to how to get an annual pass.
Oh, yes.
And there are two ways. So the first way is to get one at the parks. I believe this has changed since we purchased our one, because we purchased ours at the front of Disneyland Park. I'm not sure if you can do that anymore, but I definitely know at the moment people have been getting them from the Walt Disney Studios ticketing office outside of the Studios Park. It normally does have quite a long line, but that is where you can pick them up. And also, if you do have a ticket to the parks, on the day of your visit and up to 30 days afterwards, you can upgrade your ticket to an annual pass and then deduct the cost of your one-day admission ticket from the price. So that is something to consider if you already have tickets for the park, but you do want to purchase an annual pass. Let them know and they'll be able to deduct that ticket price off. Also, a good little tip, if you already have an annual pass and you want to renew it, you can renew your annual pass at Walt Disney Studios Park guest ticketing. Renew prior to the expiration of your pass to benefit from 15% off your next annual pass. So that's a really good tip because we didn't use that last time.
No, well, I was just ran out and we didn't realise.
No.
So we didn't get the 15% off.
Yeah, it does sound like you have to actually be at Walt Disney Studios to benefit from that. But yeah, if you are and your pass is going to expire within the next 2 months, that is definitely something to consider. Good little chunk of money off.
Yeah. And then the other way that you can get your annual pass is by doing it online. And I didn't think you could originally.
No.
But then I saw quite a few people, I think it was Elnar Dreaming, that we had done it this way. So you go onto the Disneyland Paris website, but then you go onto the French version of the website, and on the French version of like the annual pass page, you could buy them.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, you can't buy them on the UK site, but you can buy them on the French site.
And if you go through Google Chrome, you can translate the whole page.
Yes.
So it works out really well. It's
Quite easy.
So you just go through, put in all your details. We were able to get them sent to the UK, no problem. The only thing I think that caused a little bit of an issue was payment.
Yeah, so I've got here in my notes. So you can either pay monthly or you can pay in full. So we paid in full, but it was having trouble registering our cards. So in the end, we used PayPal and that seemed to work absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So if you're having trouble with your card, I don't know if it's something to do with it being a UK card or we're not sure, but it wasn't going through. So try using PayPal because that worked for us absolutely fine.
Yeah. And then I suppose the only other thing is that because you're not getting the annual pass in person at the parks, your annual pass is going to start earlier than it would do if you were going to collect it at the park.
So I believe it actually starts from the day you buy it.
I think it's from the time it's processed.
Yes, because it takes like a day or two to process.
Something like that, yeah.
They do say to allow a month for it to be sent to you. So ours was sent within 1 week.
Yeah.
But it does say to allow a month. So do bear that in mind. If you do have a trip coming up, you do want it to arrive before you go. So I would probably suggest leaving that month, even though it means that you lose a few days on your annual pass. I think it's just safer than doing it too close to when you go.
Yeah.
So we kind of touched on this when we were going through all the different annual pass tiers, but you can make Disney hotel reservations using your annual pass. So to reserve a room-only stay in a Disney hotel using your annual pass discount, you can call one of the Disney experts, and the number is on the website. So then they will, if you say what hotel you'd like to stay at and what dates, they'll be able to tell you the price.
And I think they can only tell you the price of the hotel you're asking for.
Yeah, it's really
So
weird.
you have to actually ask about the hotel. So just go through them all.
Just go through them all and see what they say. And yeah, the price does differ each time you call. So if you think it's a good offer and you think it's a good discount, go for it, because it might not be the same when you called again. But yeah, we tend to just book through Expedia. We also stay off site a lot.
Yeah, Expedia has had some really good prices in terms of the hotels. So what I tend to do is get the Expedia prices and then ring up and see what they're offering.
What Disney offer. So quickly, before we go on to a little bit of like more our opinions, we thought we would quickly run through some of the T's and C's, because this is the part that sometimes people don't realise. But again, we're not going to go through them all. So if you want a thorough look, definitely check the website out.
You're going to do it like an advert where it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the parking, it includes light vehicles and motorcycles. So it doesn't include huge vans or trucks or anything like that. And you also have to pay €15 for a motorhome. So that's something to bear in mind if you are bringing a motorhome.
And the parking's now got canopy.
Yes. You can't use the discount on Shop Disney online and other Disney stores outside of the parks. So you can only use that discount when you're actually at Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
This is what we were saying before. The hotel pricing varies from whenever you call to book according to what it is at that time. There's also a little bit more about the Disney hotel reservations, such as how many rooms you can book, and also there is limitations to what rooms you can book. So check that out before you buy one as well.
I feel like I need to shuffle my papers.
I feel very official.
Welcome to So Helena and Martyn. Here's the news. Discount on one-day tickets purchased at the Disney Park ticket booths located next to the entrance of Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios are valid on the same day of purchase. There is a maximum 5 tickets per day per annual pass holder. So this next one is to do with the Photopass. So it is limited to 1 annual Photopass per pass holder. An annual Photopass Plus is valid for 1 year from the first photo added to the card, which is fantastic.
That's very good.
So unlike, if you've bought your annual pass
Earlier.
earlier,
Yeah.
your Photopass is going to last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Discounts are applicable on meals and non-alcoholic drinks in the restaurants of the hotels and parks of Disneyland Paris.
No alcoholic drinks.
This is really good though, as well as those in Disney Village mentioned below.
Yes.
So these are the ones that you can get discounts. Annette's Diner, LaGrange, is that Billy Bob's?
That's Billy Bob's.
Billy Bob's. New York style sandwiches, and the Steakhouse.
Yes.
So those are the ones. The discount is valid for 6 people, including the annual pass holder. Discount is valid outside blackout days and upon reservation. Oh, so you can still use the discount. So say you went and you weren't going to go in the park.
You just went to Disney Village because it was a blackout day, and you just went to Disney Village. You can still use your annual pass discount, which is good.
Oh, also another place you can use your discount, which isn't listed here, Starbucks.
Oh yeah, we didn't know that.
Yeah, you can get discount in Starbucks. This benefit is not applicable in the Disneyland Paris hotel bars.
Yes, you can't use your discount in any of the hotel bars, unfortunately. So they also have some T's and C's for the privilege ticket, so check that out if that's something that interests you. And then the last terms and condition is just about the extra magic time. So the annual pass holder will have early access to several parts and attractions of Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios. Access to extra magic time is also possible for holders of privilege tickets. So if you do buy a privilege ticket for a guest, they can use extra magic time too, but they have to be in the presence of the annual pass member. The duration and number of Disney parks available during extra magic time may vary. So we have found this over the years. They do chop and change extra magic time quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that is something that's never guaranteed. But yeah, it is a very good perk.
Yes. And something else I just remembered is that there are dedicated annual pass entrance points for Walt Disney Studios and for the Disneyland Park. But I can't remember because it's been a little while since we went. But I'm not sure if they're just dedicated to the top 2 annual passes. So you can double check that.
Yeah, or let us know in the comments if you know. But we think it might just be for the top 2, so the Infinity and the Magic Plus. So that's all the information about the annual passes. So that's how you can get them, terms and conditions, and what each annual pass offers. So hopefully that was helpful. I know that was a lot of information, but it is all on the Disneyland Paris official site. So you can go on and take your time and read through it all.
Or you can, I was going to say wind back. That's old school, isn't it? You can click back and go back over the bits we've said.
So I thought we'd end this video just by our opinion, really, because we do get asked a lot what annual pass we would recommend. So I thought we'd end with that. So when we got our first annual passes, we both went for Magic Plus.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend the Magic Plus. I don't think I would recommend the Discovery, and I don't think I would recommend the Magic Flex. I personally feel that the offers aren't as good. So like the discounts aren't as good. The days, the blackout days, there's so many more.
For the amount that you're paying, there's a few things missing.
Yes. So personally, if you're going to spend money, I would probably spend money on the Magic Plus or the Infinity. I think they're much more worth it.
But again, it depends on your situation what you're after.
Yeah, it completely does. So the Magic Plus, I feel, is a great annual pass. I feel like it has so many good benefits from the shops, the restaurants. It's just, and it has a really good, I think, I can't remember now what it was. I think 350 days.
There's just a couple, that you can't. I think the main
Halloween
ones,
and Christmas.
Halloween and Christmas, yeah.
So yeah, I'd highly recommend the Magic Plus. I still actually have the Magic Plus. And it's only Martyn that has the Infinity. But I would say, so the price leap from Magic Plus to Infinity is quite a lot. But I would say that the Infinity has some really good extra perks that the Magic Plus doesn't have. And it works really well if you are a couple, one of you to have, or friends that travel a lot, one of you to have the Infinity and one of you to have the Magic Plus, because you can use the perks of the Infinity for both of you.
Yeah.
So when you use the Photopass, you can just share the photos.
Yeah.
And
when you're shopping, just
when you go shopping.
over with the Infinity.
And then restaurants, if you're eating together, again, you can just use the Infinity.
Yeah.
The only one I'd say that would make me tempted to jump over to the Infinity would be for those privileged areas.
The VIP areas, yeah.
Yeah, because that was a real big plus. So that would probably be the main reason why I would switch to the Infinity. Also, it is nice to know that you can go 365 days a year.
Yeah.
We were looking at, was it the New Year's Eve party? Or no, the Halloween party. But I wouldn't be able to get in on Halloween, whereas Martyn would. So like little things like that just made me think, I feel like I kind of would want the Infinity. So yeah, the Magic Plus or the Infinity, that's what I'd recommend.
Currently, in terms of booking days in the park, is you have to go through the reservation system on the Disneyland Paris website. So you can book up to 3 park days, 3 reservations you can do. And then, yeah, if you're going for longer, sort of once you've gone in and used one of your reservation days, you can then book another day. So like with some of our trips, it's just been a case of, all right, well, we'll go in, we're there for 5 days or something. We'll go in on the first day and then we'll just check, and if we can get in, we can get in. If not, then we'll go and do something else. But yeah, that's something to consider.
That's something to consider definitely at the moment. If you are going to buy an annual pass, you do have to reserve your days, and you can only reserve 3. So that is something to think about.
That's where that calendar on the website, use it.
Yeah.
Because you can check like the busy times and see whether or not you're even going to be able to make the reservation.
Yes, I think if you are travelling in school holidays a lot, you're travelling at weekends, they're really busy times. So that is maybe the time when you might not be able to secure a reservation. So do bear that in mind. It's been absolutely fine for us, but we do tend to go off peak. So I feel like we're not the best people to ask if you are someone that travels in the busier times. So yeah, we just wanted to put that at the end, because as it stands, I don't know when they're gonna get rid of that. I don't know if they ever are.
Don't know. Maybe they might increase the number of days.
Yeah, it would be nice if it was 5. But yeah, currently it's only 3.
But they do also sometimes release more spaces.
Yes.
So yeah, you just got to keep checking the calendar.
So I hope you found this video helpful. I know it was a lot of information, but yeah, let us know if you found it helpful. Also, let us know any questions you have, and we'll do our best to answer them in the comments.
Yeah.
And if you have anything to share as well, anything we've missed out, any more information that you have, pop that in the comments for everyone to read as well.
Yeah, put all your tips
and
and
share all our knowledge.
You can all go and have a look, and our community can help each other out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button and also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you're notified when we upload a video, and we'll be back very soon.
Yes, and a huge thank you to Babbel. Definitely check out the link in the description box, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Toodle pipski!